Boy, season 4 of Apocalypse is just getting off to a crazy start. You know, if you thought last week was insane, this week is saying to last week, hold my beer. I mean, who knows what the hell we're going to see this week. Donald Trump, the T-Man, Orange Man, is saying on his Truth social media site, and when he was giving speeches as well, he was saying this, that he is going to be getting indicted, he's going to be getting arrested, and what is he telling his supporters to do? Get out there and protest. Protest when they arrest me. This witch hunt, this communist left, the radical left that are destroying this country, you've got to get out there and protest because they're doing me bad. Steve Kelly Delivers is telling you, do not, that is, don't go out there and protest. Do you not remember what happened just a couple of years ago? A certain date that the liberal establishment tried to make it bigger than what it was, but of course it didn't work. But guess what? If we give them what they want, they will flood any kind of a pro-Trump rally with feds, just like they did on that certain day a couple of years ago, back in January. I'm sure you all remember. It was the worst insurrection attempt ever. Comical, actually, that they would even call it that. But I'm just telling you, don't protest. Don't take the bait. Because what's going to happen is you'll probably just have a couple of hundred feds show up and they're going to have nothing to mess with. So it's going to be disappointing for them. And that's what we want. We don't want to give the establishment what they want. And while we're on the subject of establishment, I know that this is going to tee off a lot of Republicans, but we got to call it for what it is. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. It's obvious to me. This opened my eyes up. The T-Man is controlled opposition. You've got to admit that. I mean, this cemented it for me when Donald Trump is urging his supporters to go out there and protest when he gets arrested. I mean, that, to me, cemented it. It shows that he's controlled opposition. He is part of the plan. And, I mean, honestly, if you're expecting a 1%er to liberate us and be our savior, no, ain't going to happen. And like I said, I know I'm going to be getting backlash from Republicans on this, but whatever, you got to admit, it is what it is. I mean, this totally cements it for me that the T-Man is not on our side. He's just an actor playing his part. Now, you might say, why is he talking about Tuesday? Why Tuesday are they going to allegedly indict him? Well, we got the feds meeting on Tuesday. Oh, see this. I do give a lot of financial information on this channel, so yeah, I'm sneaking in the financial information along with other helpful tips. What will the feds do? Are they gonna, I mean, they've essentially already pivoted. I mean, Janet Yellen basically, and Joe Biden backing banks to infinity, they've pretty much already pivoted. But are we going to see some kind of a pivot during the middle of this week when the feds meet? And, of course, everyone, they are talking about it now, and they will be talking about it all this week. Turn on the news channels tomorrow. You're going to see everything is going to be all eyes on Trump. That's what they want. You got to look where they don't want you to look. See, what they're doing is they're throwing a little misdirection at us. You got to be able to see past that. And, I mean, over in Europe right now, we're seeing banks still failing. They're still panicking over there. Have you seen what's going on in France? Oh, of course not, because they're not showing that in the mainstream media. They're not going to show you that the people have had enough with Macron over in France, and they are literally burning that city to the ground because Macron wants to raise the age limit to when you can retire by a couple of years. Could you imagine if they did that here? Oh, the American people, our patriotism, we would just sit back and do nothing, because that's what we're doing. So, what's going to happen with the Fed meeting? My prediction is we're going to see a 25 basis point hike. I don't think they're coming away with nothing. I doubt that it's going to be 50. And if we do see just a 25 basis point hike, you're going to continue to see gold soar. I mean, people are looking for the safe havens right now. You'll probably see the 10 and 2 year yields crash even more because, again, at least the banks, I mean, they're looking to buy U.S. bonds right now because they are panicking. There's a panic going on. And I did say a while back, earlier this year, that you're going to see gold before the end of the first quarter. It's going to go back over $2,000 an ounce. Well, technically on Friday when it was trading, that happened. It briefly crossed over 2,000. It settled at 1997. But I think tomorrow, even later on tonight, when I look at gold, I still expect it to go up for a while because, again, people are just looking for the security. They don't know what's going to happen with the feds. And will there or will there not be some sort of a stock market crash this week? We've been hearing all kinds of little birdies saying that there might be. We'll wait and see what happens. But along with gold soaring right now, I think at some point, if there is any kind of a major market correction or crash, and I think there is going to be, if not a full-fledged crash, it's going to be a major correction. There's going to be a big old dip. You're going to see gold go way down with it. Why? Because the central banks, as physical gold is being bought off the shelves right now, paper gold is being bought. And the paper gold is being held by the central bankers, by, other banks like JP Morgan. And of course, they're going to go in and short the gold market when they're ready to. They're just going to start selling off their paper gold. And at some point, you will see gold come way down. But not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But I would, if I were you, stock and stack. If you can afford gold, go for it. For the long term, it is going to be a sound investment. Never in 5,000 years of civilization has gold ever dropped down to zero. It's always been worth something. So that's just my little rant here on YouTube. Just once again, wanted to reiterate, don't listen to the orange man. Don't go out and protest. Stay home and, stock up on water or food or something. You'll figure something out. So, until next time, it has been another successful delivery.